What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday Night Live here in the garage. You know what it is. It's the #1 tuning show in all of the different YouTubes across the globe. Give everybody a second to file in one by one. What up, Into LS? What up, Funny Muffler? I see Moto's here, John of the Jungle. And if I sound a little bit funny, I am fighting a sinus infection. I take my coffee over ice. What up, Mike's Garage? De La Soul, welcome back. Alex Young, what is going on? Whoa, wow. Hillary actually showed up. Wondering if you still had your own account. What up, DIY? Jonathan, Brad, James, we're filing in. Hey, Mario, good to see you again. RDM, what's going on? Let's see, I have no way Chevy that is really rich on startup. What can I do to fix this? I'm new to tuning. Check out your cranking VE table. Hey, Mom. Chad, WS6, good to see you. Danny. Now we're starting to get in here. Now we're starting to have some people pop up. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining the live show, Jonathan. Love to see new faces on the live show. People take time out of their Thursday afternoons to come talk about tuning, ask questions, answer questions. I should have taken a Claritin before this show. So congested. So congested. But I was able to get the typhoon out a little bit this afternoon. It snowed yesterday. It's going to snow Saturday. Ugh. I'm ready for spring. Ever had to calculate IVT, intake valve temp, when it's used in the tune, but no PID in the scanner? No, I've not had to. Any suggestion? Like, have you figured out a workaround on it, LS? Target AFR on E85, Chad. I'd have to do the math because whenever I'm doing E85, I don't tune in AFR. You know, so take 14.7, divide by 0.85 or whatever, and you should get your AFR. Well, no, you got to divide by 9.8, then 0.8. There's math involved. What up, Andrew? Brian, how to tune a 351B and M174 blower 1000 CFMD and carb. Brian, you're in the wrong place for tuning a carb, brother. Hey. Lambda, it's easy. 8.5 to 1 under power enrichment. I mean, LS has got to follow engine coolant temp, right? That's the one thing that we do know about IVT is that it follows engine coolant temp. So it's not going to be a linear equation that's going to follow engine coolant temp, but it's got to be something. What do you guys think? We got the new hats in. And because of that, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway here. Let's see if we can fire up a giveaway. See if it'll work. It's been a while. Let's see if it works. So, it's been a while since we've done a giveaway. We'll be giving away a hat to tonight's winner. There we go. Spam your raffle bots. And hats will be for sale. First for patrons, I'll give patrons about a week to buy a hat before they go to sell on the public. I think we've got about 100 of them to go. Probably around 50 or 60 large, extra larges, and then another 40, I think, small mediums. So, let me go back. Brian, hey man, well, we could get into the dynamics of tuning a carburetor, but I'm probably not the person to ask. I've only tuned a couple carburetors. They ran afterwards. Okay, just got my first Nissan Altima. I need advice on somebody on how to make it faster. Well, turbocharge it, obviously. What do I do if my manifold switch open and closed are different tables? And Mike, you may actually have a manifold runner switch on your setup, right? How about those gas prices? Yep. How about those gas prices? Let's go gas prices. I'm in the oil and natural gas industry. Doesn't make me sad. James is correct. Even carb tuning is a lot easier with a wideband on it, especially whenever you're dealing with power valves and stuff like that, trying to get your pumps and your power valve stuff dialed in. How to tune a gas pump. There is no tuning of the gas pump. You put your card in, you don't look at the price, and you pump. And you go. Just ignore it. All it's going to do is make you sad. Going to make you sad. Make you not want to go out and tune. Right now, it's a little bit expensive to be ABT in it. Ignorance is bliss. Exactly. Don't look at it. I don't look at it. Just swipe the card, hit the button, pump it till it stops, then drive away. Start the show. The show has been started, Rob. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, we complain about it, but it's always been expensive in the UK, and I'm sure at this point in time it's ridiculous. Exactly. When you're on boost, no point in thinking about fuel. Diesel is $5.25 a gallon. That reminds me, a long time ago, whenever diesel was just ridiculous. Gas wasn't bad, but diesel was like through the roof the entire time. Gen 3 Silverado smells rich at idle, but AFR is 14.7. Danny, you have any cats? No cats. Bigger injectors, probably need to adjust your end of injection timing. E85 is $4. That's not bad. Gas prices need to dial the airflow into anal levels. Gotta be real accurate. Yeah, no cats. And look at your injector timing. Try advancing your injector timing. It's probably around 500 or 520. Try adding like 15 degrees to it. See what happens. See if it cleans up the smell on idle. 2.25 a liter, which, was it? How many liters are in a gallon? 1.5, something like that. Boosted with multiple fuel pumps. There's not 4 liters in a gallon. 3.8. That makes sense. I was thinking of a 2 liter as 1 liter. But yes, a 2 liter to a gallon would be just under 4. 4.5 liters to a gallon? You're doing the math backwards. So I brought the HP Tuners Pro Tuning Kit with my ProLink dongle from my MPVI2. I'm having trouble actually getting a number to populate my scan for my AFR. I have all the wiring configured properly. What else can I check? Because my settings all seem correct in the scanner as well. Any hidden things that come to get overlooked. Crowder, where are you seeing it? Are you getting any numbers in that thing? Had good luck advancing my injector time and clean up the gas smell and rainbow. Yeah, bump it up 10 degrees. You see, the thing about it is, though, that injector timing table is in degrees, but it is not in crank rotation degrees, which is really weird. 3.785 liters to a gallon. Perfect. Stain blanked out. If you have the MPVI2 plus the ProLink, you're not logging the correct input, Crowder, so you need to go in there and look underneath. There will actually be a ProLink drop-down menu, and it'll have a red and a blue input on there where you can bring the voltage in. Then you need to transform the voltage. Cali Premium is $7.25 a gallon. Speaking of which, 7.25 a gallon. I'm down almost 6 pounds in the last week and a half on my diet. Oh, my pants are starting to fit again. Feeling a lot better. I'm sure you guys couldn't tell, but I just wanted to let you know that's what's going on. Get a split second of reading 20 AFR for no reason, and then it goes away. I wonder if your dongle is bad. Hey, DIY brother, 2 is a start, man. 2 is a start. We got to start somewhere. I cut out all the good stuff in life. All I'm eating is like salads and stuff like that. Lots of salads. Shrank my portion size way down. I haven't had any hamburgers since I started this, which makes me super depressed and sad. My car starts, then stops, engine light is on. Comes up with C dealer. Ran the day before with nothing. Would it be ECU? Brad, what DTCs are you getting? That's going to be the question. Could be an ECU. Could be a wiring issue, though. Could be just a communications wiring issue or something. Yeah, the old Honda weight reduction. Exactly. Could be a faulty wideband sending unit. Which wideband are you using, Crowder? That's the other question I should have asked. Yeah, I'm on a diet, Schmidt. I'm on a diet. Jerry's down 4 pounds. Jerry, did you join the Patreon weight loss program? If you're a patron, make sure to go over and find the post so you can join the weight loss program. There's only like 3 of us in there. I'm giving prizes away. No DTC. That's concerning, Brad. You should have some kind of DTC if it's causing that. Which, once again, could be a bad ECU in that case. What up? I'm an estilo. Schmidt head's going the wrong direction. Ugh, seafood. A, I'm allergic to shellfish. B, I just don't eat seafood. Oh, you see food and you eat it. I got you. Ha ha ha, Wayne. It's got to go somewhere. You can't create or destroy energy, right? Brad, what platform are you on? Pro Sport wideband. I should have gone to the AEM. I don't even know if I've heard of the Pro Sport widebands. I honestly expected. Oh, interesting. Well, they look cool. Huh. New one on me. Yeah, you should have gone with the AEM. How many P's do I have to cut off to delink bank 2s? How many P's? What do you mean P's? Jerry. Frank, you are correct. Eat all the hamburgers you want. Cut out the bread and the buns. So that's the part of it that I like. Typhoon progress. Typhoon's doing good. I'm blowing the boost coupling off from the intercooler to the throttle body, which is normal whenever you don't have all the intercooler brackets. So I had to order replacement intercooler brackets to get that thing to hold it in place. Timing's pretty much dialed in now. I just got to do a couple more things to get the boost flattened out. In fact, I got a video that'll be coming out here probably tomorrow on timing. Rob Wild didn't have any spots open for one-on-one. If it's not on the Patreon, I don't, but check back at the end of the month. Spots always open up. What kind of tuning touch-up should I work on after installing a Fast 102 throttle body and manifold? Throttle body's not going to do a whole lot, probably, Ralph. You're probably going to see more from the intake manifold, but you will need to touch up your airflow, specifically volumetric efficiency. Your MAF, you might get higher up in the curve, but VE is going to be primary. Did keto for almost 4 years. I missed real pasta. Yeah. I mean, what did I miss there? My truck on tuned duals. Do I need to have 2 wide bands for each side or just one? Just one, because you can't do bank to bank, so don't worry about it. Like if you're running something that you can control bank to bank fueling on it on a sequential fuel setup, then you can run two wide bands to try and make the banks equal out. But since we don't have control over individual bank fueling or individual cylinder fueling, it doesn't really help. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Wide bands are good for telling you if you're getting a misfire or something. If you go rich, you'll see a misfire on that cylinder or on that bank. So it helps. Lost 60 pounds in 5 months on keto. That's crazy. What up, Wes? Oh, how many picos do you have to disable to delete the rear O2s? Depends on what platform. DIY, but go in and disable any of them that have sensor 2 in the stuff. I mean, I guess, yeah, on Mopars you have 2 VE tables, but you can still tune them as one. Hanging in there, just really congested. As I said, if you have not entered the raffle, enter the raffle. Exclamation point raffle to enter. You can win one of our sweet new. See if I can keep from falling over. Go Rogue Garage hats. They came in today. Woohoo! We went with red and gray this time around. Man, they're good looking. Went with red and gray because the Typhoon's going to have a red motif to it. One will not complete the evac with no codes. Dude, I don't know. Readiness checks are just the worst things ever. Jerry, I'm kind of the same way. It's been kind of keeping me from getting some stuff done just because it's been too cold. Thanks, Rock Roll. That's what I'm talking about, Andrew. Nope. As I said, they're not in the store yet. They'll be in the store here this weekend, probably for patrons for a week, and then after that, it'll be holy crap. It'll be open to the rest, whatever's left over. I lost 60 pounds doing intermittent fasting in 2 months. I fasted for a week at a time. This sounds terrible, but amazing, Scott. Congratulations. Hopefully you made it through healthy. Is it okay to tune the map whenever temps are lower? Of course it is, because mass takes into temp as an account of temperature is taking into account whenever you talk about mass. Congrats, Jerry, on the house. Holy, come on. Sorry, guys. I sound terrible, and I'm just struggling to talk. 95 yesterday. That's almost too warm. It's almost too warm there, Andrew. Oh, Joseph, I had smoked brisket Tuesday. First time I had smoked brisket in Pennsylvania, and it was actually good. It was a small little hole-in-the-wall shack kind of place. It was so good. I had smoked brisket and a salad. That was it. Could also be the BCM. Well, Brad, the thing about it is the BCM is the communications hub. Everything has to communicate through the BCM. So if the BCM is bad, it could be why you're not getting communications back to the ECM. You need to probably get a actual scan tool on there and scan to see that you can see those modules and see what modules are not showing up. Found out you can't use the open loop airflow multiplier PE unless you're open loop all the time. If you enter PE, it only uses those values even if lower than the airflow values. Always thought that it used the richest open loop value. That's interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense. But hold on, let me read this again. Found out you can't use the open loop airflow multiplier for PE unless you're open loop all the time. So what happens whenever you're open, okay, help me out here, N2LS. If you are open loop but commanding stoich, does it use those values? To Loco, as I said, I did a video on timing adjustment and basically knock sensor adjustment on the Typhoon today. But other than that, it snowed yesterday and it's snowing this weekend, so I'm not getting a whole lot done. DIY, I've been waiting on this 103. Getting tired of waiting. Should I just go ahead and do the factory throttle body? Yep. Go ahead and do the factory throttle body because the Nick Williams isn't going to throw it that far off. Wow, that 15 minutes went really quick. Oh, Jesse, if you drop a spark plug, just replace it. Ask me how I know how. Oh, man. Will that spark plug cost a false knock? It could. False knock? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Well, Mike, do you have a manifold switch on your setup? I don't know. Those inline fours, I don't know if they have a manifold switch on them. Yeah, you'll be fine, Moto Brewmaster. Go ahead and back and tune it. Yeah, Brad, you need one that'll actually scan all the modules. One of the cheap ones won't do that. Unfortunately, I don't have a suggestion right now of a good one that might be worth looking into. But, you know, there's some out there. They're a couple $100, probably $300, about as cheap as you're going to get away with getting one that'll actually hit all of the modules and not just the ECM, TCM. Snow tomorrow in St. Louis, 65 on Sunday. Yeah, and see, Schmidt, that's probably what will be like Saturday. It's said 4 to 8 inches. Yeah, if you have the manifold with the valve, you just tune both to be the same. I don't know, Mike. You'll just have to look up whether or not you have variable runner length on your setup. Somebody should be able to tell you on the forums. Was wanting to adjust lambda for boost, not just RPM from PE. If I'm closed loop and using PE, then only PE values are used. But what are you on that you're closed loop in PE? Because you shouldn't be in closed loop and in PE at the same time. I'm missing something here. I know that I am. It's just lost in translation. DIY, I know you're not saying it's going to be negative 2. You mean to say 92? 72? 82? Got you. I was about to say. Okay. So. But, I mean, if there's not a boost enrichment table, can you adjust lambda for boost on those platforms? If it's not one that didn't come with a factory boost enrichment table or doesn't have an OS that can be flashed into it for boost enrichment, is there a way to do boost enrichment outside of just the standard enablers? Frank, I do not have the North Star CTS anymore. EFI tuning. I mean, I still have a Holley EFI on the Nova, which I haven't done much with lately. It's running pretty good, though, so I haven't had much time to do with it. I think the newest GM computers will have factory widebands. I could be wrong. If they do, you can do wide open throttle and closed loop. Could be. No, I think Global B is going to have those, James. I think you are correct. I think if it's not just because of Global B, I think that there will be part of the emissions requirements of trying to eke out a little bit more mileage on those is being able to run closed loop under boost or under power enrichment. So let's pick a winner for the hat. No, Jerry, you're still in here. Jonathan, we've got Jonathan Hinman, first timer, shows up, wins a hat. He's got to be here, though. We're going to give Jonathan a second here to chime up. He's going to kick himself if he shows up to his first live stream ever, wins a hat, and then doesn't stick around. So, and there's hungry people over here, Jonathan. So chime in. Let's see it. Let's see it. Don't miss your opportunity. Hey, there he is. Okay, Jonathan, shoot me an email over at info@goatropegarage.com or use the contact form at goatropegarage.com. Reach out to me. Shoot me your size. We've got small, medium, or large, extra large, and your address, and I'll get a hat sent your way. Congratulations, man. You will be the first person besides me to get a hat, which is awesome. And the sooner you get that to me, of course, the better, so we can get that stuff shipped out. I got a lot of other stuff I got to ship out. I'm the worst at shipping. I'll just warn you, since you're new here. Everybody that's been here for a while knows that I suck at shipping things out. Well, I'd hope you would subscribe. Good Lord, I just gave you a hat. Can you use IAT as a boost input? Very dangerous if your ECU can't see boost. IAT rises with boost. Why would your ECU not be able to see boost? You just need to go to a bigger map sensor. I do not know if the E92 has widebands. I know the E99 does not. I've looked at the E99. It does not have widebands. It is Cruise E38 ECU. Get PE from Richmond. I was wanting to trick away to adjust fueling for boost, not RPM 10 PSR 20 PSI 3000. Don't need the same fueling. Correct. Oh, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know of a way around that, but I expect if you figure something out, LS tuning, that you're going to come back and let us know, because I'd be interested. Is it worth it messing with EOIT, end of injector timing on Gen 3? If so, what changes in AFR would we look for? Would it be leaner, rich, show better efficiency? I mean, Cole, the only time that's really worth messing with that stuff is if you're getting gas smell at idle. Did on the Coyote was run sensor through AC pressure or log fuel pressure. Just got done doing an injector swap on my HCLLS1. That's a mouthful. Not even 15 minutes ago. Plugged in all the injector data in HP tuners, but is there anything else I need to account for on my VE table? No, Joey, you should be good. Fire it up and start tuning. Should be all it takes. It's going to be off. There's no injector data that you're going to plug in that's going to be perfect, and it's going to just, like if your previous tune was perfect, updating the injector data is going to make it perfect, but it's going to be ballpark close enough that you can tune it properly. Have you heard anywhere to hook the boost gauge up on the Maggie? Should be a nipple on the bottom side of the manifold. Nipple or a port, DIY. Probably be on the back side of it. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, of course, Jonathan. Glad you showed up tonight. Congratulations again. Hey, quick question about burning up O2 sensors. How to stop doing it? Buy you multiple cheap ones off Amazon and just live with the fact that we're going to burn them up. I mean, how fast are you burning them up, Zeno? I've had some burn up within a couple weeks. I've had some burn, last months of driving. That's why I buy the cheap ones on Amazon, and just, if I think they're going bad, I replace them. Ah, sweet, John. Good luck on the TIG welding. Bypass port on the Maggie. Nipple. Yeah, that's, if there is a bypass valve on the external port of the Maggie, or if the bypass valve's external, if it looks like a wastegate, wherever that's piped in is a place that you can get boost readings on. That's where I tapped in to get the boost readings for my snow performance injection on the Z06. Is there any injector data for the Bosch 42-pound injectors? There should be, isn't there? Didn't something use the 42-pounders stock? LS3 injector data. Thank you, James. That's what I thought. 42-pounders. Have Holley HP ECU on small block Chevy since 2011. Love it. Never could get the injector timing tweak just right to clean up the stinky idle with the 14.5 AFR, so I ended up putting high flow cast with solid. Frank, have you updated the firmware and the software to one of the later versions where it has the injector calculator on there? That'll actually try and calculate that stuff based off your cam card. That's fairly new to the software. I think it's came out within the last year or so. If you still have your cam card, though, you can punch in all of those values and it will populate your injector timing table for you. Seems to work pretty good on the Nova, which is not running cats, obviously. And, yeah, it doesn't, I don't have too much smell at idle without cats on it. So check that out. As I said, probably have to update your firmware and make sure you're running the latest version of the software. Have a 95 Corvette with OBD. Oh, Justin Murphy smoking it through with a nitrous purge. I almost missed it. Okay, Justin, let me finish this question. I'll get you yours. Have a 95 Corvette with OBD 1.5. Done some simple changes. Pro Tuner RT. Getting into tuning. Can you explain how BLM tables work for tuning purposes? What is a BLM table? Jeremy, elaborate. Somebody tell me what a BLM, draw a parallel. And I'll tell you what, Jeremy, I have a Motes unit sitting downstairs. I'm going to be doing some videos on the TBI and earlier pre-OBD2 tuning stuff down the road. So Justin Murphy, thank you again for the nitrous pro. Just got done employing my LS7 that started knocking. Any recommendations on a shop to take it to in the North Carolina, South Carolina area? Any recommendations on things to do? Was looking at a 441 13.3 stroker kit. Should I avoid that? You know, I don't know of any shop recommendations because I don't keep up with shops really. Block learning multiplier. See, you're outside of my realm there. There you go. ICT car guy says Rick Crawford in North Carolina, which that guy, he has a great reputation. I don't know how long it'd take to get in with Rick and see whether or not he can build it. Now, as far as the stroker kits and things like that, man, you're out of my element on the LS7s. You know, no lie. I don't know that the LS7, it's also going to depend on whether or not that thing is going to need any boring, because I don't think that those things have better, have very much room to bore out on those. So get it torn apart, see what they can do with it. Then if you can throw a stroker kit into it, I wouldn't go too crazy, because with the displacement on those, they probably are already pretty over square. Somebody answer me if I'm wrong. Yeah, those Dan Crawfords. Block learning multipliers. I'm going to have to look that up. 3 wide open throttle pulls and it's dead, Zeno. Oh, thinking about resleeving it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I'm starting to lose focus here. All I can think about is, so 125 bore, 4-inch stroke. So you could go out to a 125 stroke and be square. What do they normally stroke those things out to, Justin? Mike Lowe in Oak Ridge, Missouri. Yeah, Frank. Oh, V4 does have the cam calculator. For some reason, I didn't think that they included that until V6. .441 stroker. LS7 441 stroker. 4125. Yeah, it just takes it out to a 4125 stroke, so it makes it square. That makes sense because it'd be over square if it was going any further than that, and that could cause problems for regular driving. But I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's any issues with going 4125 stroke with a 4125 bore if you're able to maintain that. That'd just probably be the limit that what you'd want to do because it gets hard on things. Honestly, I don't know. Depends on what you want to do with it, Justin, though. Like, hey, Frank, thanks for signing up, man. What are you wanting to do with it? You wanting to stay in air? You want to boost it? You want to go max effort? Like, there's a lot of ways that you go. If you're tearing into a motor like that, there's a lot of different ways that you could go with piston and rod combinations to adjust how the power is delivered out of it. So take the time to kind of plan out what your goals are with it and then start using the parts to get towards those goals. You know, I would probably be more inclined to keep it as a 427 and maybe look at adding half a point of compression to it or something and leaving it in A and just trying to get a lot more power out of it in A. Squeeze it a little bit harder. So time is it's 8:31. You know what that means. It's about time to wrap it up. So, and it's getting hot in here. I need to close my heater vent down there. Congratulations to the hat winner. You know, next weekend or next Thursday, maybe we can get another hat away. There you go. ICT says send those LS7 heads down to Weingartner and get them worked on and run it in A. I mean, that motor has so much potential as a naturally aspirated motor. It's almost a shame to put boost on those things. So, like, I would just spin the hell out of it. Yeah, I'm about to go Flonase the crap out of my nose and all that stuff. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. I will... Oh, he's already got trick flow heads. BTR Stage 4 cam. Justin, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. One more question. Thank you, WS6. Thank you, Andrew George. Has a lot of potential for boost. Yeah, everything's got potential for boost. Need a link to the RS232 clamshell and USB interface. Let me look it up real quick. The one that I like to use. You get the one that doesn't need the clamshell that comes with the terminals on it. Let me find it real quick. I might have to scroll through a page or two. And it just has terminals you can land the wires on. It's great. Doop 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 doo. Where are you at? There it is. Found it. It's the D-Tech. Copy the link. Control C. Okay. There's the link. That's the one that has the terminals that you can easily wire up your wideband to. Makes everything easy. So keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be, as I said, some stuff going on. LT4 injectors. 140.7. My injectors didn't come with spec card. You don't need a spec card. LT4 injectors, just copy the data over from an LT4 tune file. DIY. Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be some videos this weekend. Hopefully get to do a Patreon video again. Also, patrons, don't forget to jump on. I think we've got the naming of the typhoon drawing going on right now, and we've got the weight loss challenges. So don't forget about all that. Hillary, good to see you again. Make sure and be here more often. Okay, you guys know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. ABT, always be tuning.